you have to be living under a rock if you are not aware of like how sort of catty and toxic our politics have become. And you have to be living under a rock to realize like they're effective. You know, little Marco, and look at his hands. He has no penis. You know, that type of stuff. Like this is all old stuff. This is back from the teens, the 20 teens. But
we also live in a reality TV world, and it's just incentivized more of those kinds of politics. So it might as well engage in it, Democrats, as opposed to Biden being like, come on, we're America, protect democracy. We're above this, right? No, you're not.
Here is J.D. Vance speaking to the press in Wisconsin. Apparently, there's nobody else he can talk to. People don't show up for his rallies about why he's been called weird.
We've heard a lot from Democrats using the word weird, calling you weird, calling former President Trump weird. What do you make of that weird argument?
I think that the weird argument honestly came from a bunch of 24-year-old social media interns who were bullied in school, and they decided they're going to project that onto the entire Trump campaign. And the reason it doesn't make sense is because you ask who's
Pause it for a second. Right? I mean, I know that they workshop this, and it's good. I mean, he did the studied laugh. Like, I don't take this seriously at all. Although here is 24-year-old interns. I'm not sure what he's trying to argue there, but they were bullied, and so they're projecting. I don't get it. They called you weird, not a bully. It just doesn't make any sense. What are they saying? That their feelings are harmed?
I don't know what he's talking. I mean, he's basically trying to say, I think, that these were not, I was cool in high school. These kids were not cool in high school, so they're taking it out on the cool kids.
Cool kids, yes.
But
here we go.
You don't come off as a cool kid. You come off as weird.
You don't think so? All right, go ahead.
And the reason it doesn't make sense is because you ask who's weird, right? I think it's pretty weird to be the border czar and to open up the border and allow fentanyl to come into your community. I think it's pretty weird to try to take children away from their parents if the parents don't want to consent to sex changes. That's something that Tim Walz did. I think it's pretty weird to want to defund the police. I think it's pretty weird to pretend that you're a tough on crime prosecutor, even though you pursued the policies that made San Francisco such a disaster when it comes to crime and public safety. So if they want to call me weird, look, I've got my wife here, I've got 3 beautiful kids at home. I'm a normal guy who wants to live the American dream and wants all of you and your kids to be able to live the American dream. That's why I'm in it. If those people want to call me weird, I think it's a badge of honor.
That's what's incredible. We said this yesterday, Sam.
How many days have they've had a week and a half to work on this, and he can't come up with anything other than this sort of I get the construct he's using here. It's almost very similar to the one that Walz did on with Jake Tapper in the primary run up, where he's like, they say that you're too progressive or you're too leftist or whatever it is, and Walz says, "Well, you mean because I put food in kids' bellies because I make sure that people have health care? I mean, if that's to this, then I'm that." And
right.
He's trying to do that construct, but he can't quite figure it out because he's not normal
a good politician
enough to do it. No, he's also a bad politician.
What's incredible is he has that DeSantis angry, bitter, not engaging energy, and
that anguished chuckle too, like this weird, forced pained laugh after every question.
I don't have that.
Right, and so that's such karmic justice for Trump. Is to get the DeSantis energy reincarnated back into his own campaign. I mean, it's beautiful. I just want to say, this is effective. Can you just pull up what I sent about this Ipsos polling? They did swing state polling about the word weird. Ipsos did. And this was from yesterday. That which person do you associate with the word weird? And before 2 weeks ago, no one would know. I don't know what this question would have been, but Trump is at 41% and Harris is at 26%.
Yep.
And that's just a sense of like this messaging is working, and they'll probably have to adjust now because they've put this out there. But like it really bothers them because the Fox News always wants to portray, and guys like Matt Walsh and the right wing, they want to portray themselves as the Chads, like the masculine ideal, the strong, silent type, the Clint Eastwood in the Western with the traditional family. And it's the pink-haired, blue-haired, trans, non-binary left that's weird. And this has destroyed that narrative because in reality,
you mean they want to be the Sigma Riz.
Right. and good job. And Vance is like, because it is weird to obsess over look what people want to do privately. He says, mind your own damn business. That's the winning message.
Here is a guy who, has supported Donald Trump again, who, sort of opened the floodgates for politicians to, swear and attack each other and say that people have small penises and the whole thing. And here is Matt Walsh on Twitter. You can't believe it. Just a review. Someone on Twitter made up a story about JD Vance having sex with a couch. And now that totally made up story is being used on stage by the Kamala campaign to mock Vance. This is honestly one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen in a presidential campaign do. These people are pure evil. Pure evil.
Mom, they're being unfair. Mom.
Somebody made a meme and they referenced it.
It's hilarious.
We covered that clip, and the best part about it is that if you don't know the meme, you just assume that JD Vance is lazy and doesn't get up off the couch. If you do know the meme, you just know that it's funny that he referenced it.
Absolutely. It's just like completely.
But you got to look at it
from the base.
But you got to look for it from the perspective of a guy like Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is intimately interested in the question as to whether JD Vance actually copulated with a couch or did not copulate with a couch. The amount of time that Matt Walsh has spent contemplating who has copulated with whom, under what circumstances, what is their age difference? Is it really that big of a deal? He said at times, like, weren't we supposed to have this type of relationship? All of these questions from Matt Walsh are so central to him that the idea that someone would imply jokingly that JD Vance copulated with a couch is to him pure evil. It's such a reflection on his sort of worldview. Like, who you copulate with for him is the most important thing that one could articulate in the context of society.
They're honestly showing open disrespect for him as a genital cop. Right? The guy that's always obsessed with people's genitals. It's very when you're asserting that genitals have been somewhere where they haven't been, how can he have a scientific determination on like what genitals everybody has? Malcolm?
Yeah, as chief transvestigator at the Daily Wire.
Trump implied that Ted Cruz's dad killed JFK.
Well, that's not. But he didn't say that Cruz's dad copulated with JFK.
Yeah, it said it was gay.
That might have been kind of hot.
Whoa! Had sex with a couch at the book depository.
All right, let's read some IMs. I don't think we're going to get to any calls today, folks. Ryan in California, I have yet to see any evidence that JD Vance is not a couch fornicator. People say he's a couch fornicator. I'm not saying it. People are. There must be some reason they're saying it. I don't know, like VPs who don't fornicate with couches. My brain hurts. Do we know the age of the couch? That is a reference, of course, to Matt Walsh's interest in litigating age of consent laws.
How do you measure couch age of consent? Is it like in dog years or something like that?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the couch dynamics, but only Sam's Hi, Mr. Seder. Would you like to be the first model on my website? Thanks in advance.
What? I don't get that one.
Only Sam's is the I am her name.
Number 13, if y'all don't think Texas will burn down the union before allowing a Democrat to win statewide race, I don't know what to tell you. Number 13 also says path dependency has already taken place with the IRA. Some House Republicans are begging Johnson not to cut clean energy tax credits if they win next year because of all the jobs created in their districts by the new projects. Yeah, so there you have it. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.